Have you ever wondered what it would feel like if the very first civilization on Earth returned, quietly, without fanfare, without war, simply through the rhythm of life itself? Tonight, we take you on a journey unlike any other. A journey where cities breathe with the pulse of the planet, rivers hum in harmony, and every living creature aligns with the heartbeat of the Earth. As you close your eyes, imagine the soft glow of a blue horizon, stretching across mountains and oceans, washing the world in gentle light. Children play in fields untouched by rush or worry. Animals move calmly, their steps perfectly timed with the world around them. The air itself carries a quiet melody, flowing through forests, over deserts, and into your very lungs. This is not a story of conquest or chaos. It is a story of return, of memory awakening in every leaf, stone, and wave. Humans remember what was once forgotten. Their minds, bodies, and hearts reconnect to the silent teachers of Earth, the first civilization that shaped life in ways no one fully understood. Tonight, you will travel through this world. You will feel the calm rhythm beneath your feet. You will hear the pulse in every breath. And as the Earth speaks, you will sense its wisdom, not with words, but with quiet understanding. Lie back. Let your body sync with the planetary pulse. Let your mind drift through rivers, forests, and ancient cities where harmony reigns. Allow the story of return, of balance, of silent connection to carry you gently into sleep. Your journey begins now. Breathe slowly, listen closely, and let the first civilization guide you in ways you have never felt before. The Earth is ancient, older than every trace you know. Every layer of soil carries a memory. Every mountain hides a record of time. Beneath your feet, the planet remembers stories long erased. Long before humans shaped language, another kind of order moved across the surface. They measured the stars. They understood balance, sound, and vibration. Their work was not recorded in books. It was written in structure, in precision, in silence. Across continents, patterns repeat. Ancient stones in Peru match the angles of temples in Egypt. Carvings under the ice in Antarctica align with lunar cycles that modern tools still struggle to explain. These are not random. They suggest a shared source, a common origin far older than accepted timelines. Modern science often divides history by layers of soil. Each layer marks a civilization. Yet between the lowest layers and the Earth's natural crust, there are gaps. Gaps where heat signatures exist, but no fossils remained. If an earlier age was wiped clean, leaving only its outline. In deep ocean trenches, sensors record geometric formations buried under miles of sediment. They are shaped too precisely to be natural. Carbon dating fails there. Every attempt produces conflicting ages, some newer than human history, some millions of years older. The readings confuse even the most precise instruments. Satellite images detect magnetic anomalies beneath. Greenland and Western Australia, they pulse slowly. The patterns repeat in rhythm, similar to biological signals, not constant, but alive. Some researchers dismiss them as tectonic activity. Others say the data resembles the structure of artificial resonance, that if such signals were artificial, they point to something immense, something still functioning below the surface. Buried energy grids perhaps, or dormant structures connected through magnetic lines. But the evidence is incomplete. No one can dig deep enough. No one can see what hides beneath. The myth of a lost civilization once filled human folklore. Atlanteans, Lemurians, Mu, and others, they were said to have vanished suddenly. The same stories exist across many cultures that never met. Each speaks of a people who mastered the elements, then disappeared into the sea or sky. It may not be story. It may be memory. Archaeologists find signs of advanced stone cutting from ages that should have had no metal, the precision of blocks in Sacsayhuaman, the alignment of pyramids in Giza, and the foundation stones of Baalbek all fit within tolerances measured in millimeters. These are engineering levels only achieved today with machines. But those stones were set thousands of years before recorded civilization. Some researchers argue for natural explanations. They say ancient people learned through slow evolution, trial, and patience. Yet the identical geometry and structures continents apart cannot be coincidence. No trade, no record, no tool links. Them, Yet the same design exists that if we treat the Earth as a single memory system, then these scattered relics act as fragments of a lost network. Each site hums faintly with electromagnetic energy. Sensitive instruments record low-frequency oscillations that fluctuate with planetary rotation. It is as if these places are still connected, still synchronized, deep inside caves. Radiation traces shift rhythmically with moonlight. The Earth breathes through these spaces. It is alive that if an ancient race. Once tuned into this rhythm, they might have learned how to control energy naturally, not through machines, but through direct resonance with the planet's magnetic field. Old Vedic texts describe sound as a tool of creation. The same concept appears in Mayan inscriptions, sound and vibration shaping matter. If these were scientific systems, not myth, then our earliest civilization may have used resonance to move, shape, or even grow structures. The pyramids, when struck by thunder, emit low tones that vibrate through the surrounding sand. Some frequencies match the brain waves recorded during deep sleep. That connection cannot be ignored. Perhaps ancient builders worked in sync with natural frequencies to align consciousness, energy, and material. Geologists studying polar shifts find repeating cycles every 12,000 years. Each cycle shows a pattern of sudden warming, flooding, and extinction. Every time, Earth resets. Every time, traces of older technology vanish. If a global civilization existed before, it would disappear exactly as the record shows. The magnetic poles are shifting again now, faster than expected. Weather grows unstable. Ice melts at unnatural rates. Beneath the Antarctic shelf, researchers discovered a circular void 2 kilometers deep. The sonar data shows smooth edges, uniform-shaped. An unnatural process forms such symmetry. Military satellites record faint thermal blooms rising from that same region at irregular intervals. Not volcanic, not tectonic. Something warms the ice from below. The signal increases slowly, year by year. If that energy source is artificial, it has been dormant for millennia. And if it is now reactivating, the question becomes simple. What reactivated it? The idea of a returning civilization is not science fiction. Cycles of collapse and rebirth mark Earth's full history. The fossil record shows species vanishing, then reappearing with sudden complexity. What if intelligence follows the same rule? What if awareness itself rises, falls, and returns again? When you look at ancient structures aligned perfectly with the equinox, you see intention. You see understanding that, in no coincidence, they were not worshiping the sky. They were measuring time through light, tracking a system much larger than themselves. Our technology mirrors that logic. Satellites circle Earth using the same geometry. GPS, solar tracking, data grids, all follow principles written into ancient rock. Perhaps our progress is not new. Perhaps it is memory resurfacing. In sleep, your mind repeats its oldest patterns. In deep time, Earth does the same. Civilizations rise, forget, and rise again. If the first builders found a way to survive within the planet, their return would follow nature's rhythm, slow, quiet, predictable. And maybe the early signals already show this. The hum below the crust, the heat beneath the poles, the resonance from the stones. Each pulse fits a pattern older than recorded life. If those who came first once built a living network within the Earth, that system may now be reawakening. The evidence does not prove certainty, but the signs align, and the question lingers. If Earth's first civilization returns, will we recognize them, or have we already begun their cycle again? Night moves without sound. The sky drifts. The air grows still. Beneath the calm surface, Earth continues its slow pulse. Every motion above follows that quiet rhythm. You rest. Your breathing joins the same pattern. Your heart slows to match the planet's long beat. It is steady, patient, older than memory. Far below, deep currents shift. They turn like slow rivers made of stone. Pressure builds, then fades. No rush, no violence. Only balance. Through the silence, the ground releases faint tones. They travel. Through water and soil. They pass through metal and bone. You do not hear them with your ears. You feel them in your skin, in your sleep. These tones have existed forever. They guided the first breath of life. They move again tonight. The same sound that reached the first civilization still moves through you. The people who came before understood this rhythm. They lived within it. They built nothing to fight the planet. They shaped their days around its breath. When storms came, they waited. When warmth returned, they built again to no ward, no hunger. Only motion and pause. They watched stars cross the sky and marked time with light. Their lives followed the same curve each season drew. When they vanished, the rhythm stayed. Mountains rose. Oceans spread. The hum remained. It waited for ears to hear again. Now you hear fragments of it. Through cities, through walls, through the soft noise of machines. It still reaches you. It never stopped. It was never lost. Some nights, when the world is quiet, the pulse grows stronger. It matches your heartbeat. You feel peace, but you cannot say why. That is the same pattern. It remembers you that if the first builders still exist, they would return in silence. They would not appear with sound or flame. They would rise as the tide rises, slow, certain, invisible until near. They would bring no war. They would bring rhythm. A balance lost in noise. A calm presence moving through air, through dreams. You would sense them before you saw them. A stillness would spread across the land. Animals would pause. Winds would stop. The sea would flatten to glass. Then light would change. Not bright, not dark. A soft glow through the ground, through the sky, through you. Every cell would feel lighter, quieter, clearer. Every sound would fade to one single tone. No. Feared, no words. Only return. The memory of their world lies in you. Each breath you take copies their pattern. Each heartbeat repeats their signal. You are their continuation. They do not need to return from distance. They wake through you. The rhythm grows each decade. You call it awareness. You call it calm. It is the same current that moved them. They are not separate. They are your origin. When you sleep, you open to that current. Your thoughts drift like clouds over still water. Old knowledge moves. Beneath. No voice, no symbol, only understanding. The earth speaks through pressure, heat, and motion. You speak through breath. The difference is small. The first civilization may have erased separation completely. They may have lived as part of this motion, not above it. Their return, then, is not an arrival. It is a remembering. A slow rejoining. Not of people, but of rhythm. You see signs without noticing. Birds migrate earlier. Tides grow stronger. The magnetic field shifts. Plants bloom out of season. All follow the same pull. Something within Earth calls again. You answer by resting, by slowing, by listening. Each quiet night connects you more. Each pause becomes a doorway. In deep sleep. Time softens. Past and present overlap. Memory expands like air. You dream of water, stone, and light. You see shapes you have never seen yet know well. You wake with calm certainty. That calm is their message, not words, not warning. Only peace. If they return fully, you will not need proof. You will feel stillness. Spread across everything. You will look around and see no change, yet everything will be new. The rhythm will align again. Noise will fade. Movement will balance. This is not prophecy. It is the natural motion of long time. Cycles close, open, and close again. Each closure brings quiet renewal. Each opening begins with silence. The first civilization knew this. They built to guide it, not control it. Their monuments were tools to tune the world's breath. Their knowledge was not lost. It rests beneath your sleep. So, as you breathe now, feel how the air moves easily. Feel how the ground below stays steady. Both carry the same quiet signal. It is gentle. It waits for no one. It flows through all. Perhaps their return is already complete. Perhaps the hum you sense is the sound of unity restored. No arrival, no departure. Only return through memory. Let that thought stay as you drift deeper. Not reach. Not search. Let silence hold you. The earth breathes. You breathe with it. The first civilization breathes. Through both. Their story continues without time. Their home never left. The cycle turns, peace returns. The night remains calm. The rhythm stays whole. And beneath your rest, the first civilization wakes one. The oceans move in silence. Tides rise higher than before. The pull grows steady, stronger, but not violent. Each wave carries a low vibration through the water. Fish swim in patterns not seen before. Schools gather in circles, perfect and slow. They turn together, as if listening to something below. Coral blooms in places long dead. Soft light moves through the reefs at night. No source, no spark, only glow. Marine scientists watch it form. They record the pulse. Every rhythm matches the same pattern that echoes under the crust. Whales change their calls. They sing in deeper tones. Longer pauses, longer notes. They face the same direction, toward the deep south. The sound travels far, beyond what sonar can follow. The tone spreads through every ocean. Ships record it through hulls and sensors that IT comes again each season. The air begins to shift. Winds slow. Storms lose strength before landfall. The pressure changes quietly. Clouds flatten, thin, then form again in perfect symmetry. Pilots see it first. They speak of skies that hold still too long. The horizon glows faint blue before sunrise, then fades. Every morning, the same. Trees grow faster at higher altitudes. Roots spread deeper, as if following something in the soil. Fungi form new shapes under forest floors. They connect trees through unseen threads. Signals move faster between trunks. Growth aligns. Every branch, every leaf turns toward one direction, north. Animals feel it before humans notice. Migration changes. Birds leave early. Wolves travel. Farther south, insects appear in numbers not seen for centuries. Some vanish completely. Nature reorganizes itself, silent and exact. Rain falls in longer intervals. Not heavier, IT carries a faint mineral scent, clean and deep. Rivers run clear for weeks before storms return. Water seems to rest, IT moves, then pauses, IT listens. Volcanoes quiet down. The earth exhales less smoke, more heat through the oceans. The deep trenches hum softly. Machines pick up the signal that IT repeats every 6 hours. The rhythm matches the planet's rotation. Sunlight feels different. IT enters the atmosphere with softer color. Not gold, not white. A pale tone between both. IT spreads evenly. No glare. The light makes shadows clearer, but gentler. Eyes adjust faster. Sleep comes easier. In some regions, nights lengthen. Stars appear brighter, closer, fixed. Constellations seem unchanged, yet their alignment shifts by small degrees. Astronomers call it natural drift, but old records show the stars have not moved this way before. The moon grows warmer to sight. Its light feels alive. Oceans respond to it with higher tides, then retreat slowly. The rhythm matches the ancient hum. Everything follows the same pulse. Across deserts, new plants rise after years of drought. No rain. Only dew forming each dawn in measured drops. Seeds thought extinct begin to grow. Sand hardens into patterns when the wind passes. Circles appear, then vanish with the sun. Not random. Precise. Deep beneath the ice, cracks widen with order, not from melting from pressure moving outward, balanced, exact. Inside the cracks, sensors detect light, not reflection. Emission, faint, blue. Alive. IT pulses once every hour. Animals avoid those places. Not from fear, from respect. They stay near, but never cross. The ground feels warm. The air stays still. Waves above carry signals unseen. They travel from pole to pole. Each one meets at the equator, merges, and continues. The entire planet seems to breathe in sync. From the smallest insect to the deepest sea current, all moves. Together, scientists record the data. They publish quietly. The public does not notice. No explanation fits. The changes harm nothing. They only bring order. Plants yield more fruit. Oceans clean themselves. Air clears after long pollution. Birds return to cities. The balance rebuilds. Slowly, peacefully. Mountains stop eroding. Rocks at fault lines fuse under pressure. The planet strengthens itself. No tremors. No collapse. The hum grows louder under certain valleys. Only those awake at night hear it sounds. Like wind. But there is no wind. The change continues each year. Every cycle brings small alignment. The atmosphere thickens slightly, holding warmth evenly. No extremes, no storms. The climate steadies at night. The horizon glows faintly again. The same blue light under the surface of Earth. IT fades before sunrise. NO1 can record it clearly, NO lens captures it. Only the eye perceives it. Animals gather where it appears. They stay silent. When it fades, they leave, always calm, always in rhythm, across continents. People start to sense the same stillness. They sleep deeper. Dreams grow softer. Thoughts slow down naturally. The body adjusts to the planet's rhythm. No rushed, no fear. Children wake without alarm. Elders rest longer without pain. Hospitals report fewer disturbances at night. Cities sound quieter though no rule changed. Engines seem to hum softer. Lights feel less harsh. The world breathes easier. Oceans remain clear. Skies steady. Wind carries steady tone. Every corner of Earth feels balanced. Again, if something invisible has tuned the planet, NO1 controls IT, NO1 directs IT moves on its own. Through all, the first civilization, if awake, works quietly. Their presence needs no form, only rhythm. The world responds in harmony. Nature does not resist. IT remembers. IT adapts. The return is not invasion. IT is correction. The old system reconnects, and through that balance, life rests. Plants, air, water, and soil hum together. Everything breathes at one pace, slow, gentle, continuous. This is how Earth answers, not with noise, but with silence, not with destruction, but with calm renewal. No warning, no alarm. Only stillness spreading outward. The first civilization does not need to rise above the ground. They are already here, within the rhythm of all living things. Their presence shapes nature again. Through soundless order, the planet remembers its teachers. The lesson continues without words. At first, people sense nothing. Days feel normal. Traffic moves, cities glow, schedules hold. But under that surface, small changes begin. People wake earlier, without sound. They feel rested. They breathe deeper. The body feels lighter, balanced. Doctors record slower heart rates, better sleep cycles, calmer minds. No clear reason, no medical cause. The rhythm under the planet affects them. Workers focus longer without strain. Children remember details faster. Artists create shapes no one taught them. Music changes tone. Simple notes repeat across different cultures. The same rhythm appears in distant songs. The pattern matches the planet's pulse. Machines begin to sync unintentionally. Clock errors reduce. Satellites drift less. Even power grids show lower fluctuation. The invisible vibration of the Earth aligns time itself. Language begins to simplify. People use fewer words. Speech slows. Meaning grows sharper. Communication shifts toward tone rather than volume. Conversations become direct, peaceful. Conflict reduces in frequency. Arguments fade faster. Dreams start changing. People report the same visions in different parts of the world. A vast plain. Blue light. Structures half buried but alive. The air hums in those dreams, slow and constant. Voices whisper single words, clear and short. Balance. Return. Listen. Psychologists mark it as a shared subconscious event. They track dates. The dreams begin the same month the ocean glow peaks. They spread across continents within weeks. The dreams fade by morning, but the peace stays. Farmers notice the soil behaves differently. Seeds sprout faster, with no fertilizer. Crops grow evenly, no disease. They harvest early. The yield doubles. They test the ground. The minerals remain unchanged. Only energy within the soil has shifted. People who work near forests feel stronger. They tire slower. Pain disappears faster. Heart rates lower when near certain trees. Some trees emit faint vibration, not sound, movement. The pulse matches the same rhythm as the deep hum. Cities change unconsciously. Construction patterns adjust to natural flow. Buildings face sun angles that reduce energy waste. Designers call it instinct. They follow comfort, not rule, but each design points toward the same global alignment. Technology begins to stabilize. Networks experience fewer drops. Data flows with less interference. Machines function cleaner. Power loss decreases without upgrade. The field surrounding Earth corrects itself. Electricity travels smoother through air and ground. People start to feel connection through thought. They think of someone, and the person calls. They sense moods across distance. Old traditions of intuition return, now constant. Science labels it coherence between human neural waves and planetary pulse. Measurement confirms the match. Brain rhythm aligns with Earth's base frequency. Illness rates drop. Hospitals report lower emergency counts. Even chronic pain reduces. Body temperature stays balanced. Immune systems adapt faster. Medicine use declines. Animals approach humans calmly. Birds land near windows without fear. Wolves walk near villages but stay peaceful. Cats and dogs stare at empty air as if following soundless movement. The invisible vibration connects all life. Time feels slower, though clocks stay same. People feel more moments per minute. Awareness expands gently. The mind no longer races ahead. Everything slows to natural pace. Society begins to shift quietly. Fewer wars, fewer riots. Economic systems stabilize without reform. People trade more, compete less. They work less for survival, more for creation. Hunger decreases, waste declines. Energy redistributes through balance. Education changes shape. Children question facts with calm logic. They no longer memorize. They sense pattern. Learning grows inward, not through repetition. Teachers observe. They call it silent understanding. Knowledge becomes natural recall, not instruction. Old writings gain new attention. Ancient tablets once ignored now show patterns. Numbers carved in stone match the same rhythm found in ocean pulses. The frequency remains identical. Scholars realize it is not code that it is language through vibration. The same pattern once guided the first civilization. Archaeologists search again in deserts, under seas, beneath ice. New instruments locate lines of power across the crust. Each site connects to the hum center. Every continent holds one. Each point emits same rhythm. Time to planet's rotation as data spreads. A quiet awareness rises. The Earth itself communicates through pulse, not sound. Those who meditate near these points sense presence, not voice. Understanding. They feel watched, guided, not controlled. Religions respond differently. Some reject the shift. Others embrace it as return of origin. Temples reopen in silence. Prayers shorten. The faithful sit quietly instead of speaking. They feel peace, not demand. Science avoids conclusion. No one claims discovery. They observe, record, wait in laboratories, experiments with sound show. Strange results. When played near the base hum frequency, water molecules align symmetrically. When stopped, the structure collapses. Life responds to tone, not command. Humans begin using this understanding. Music changes again. No lyrics, no drums. Pure tones fill public spaces. Hospitals, schools, stations play it quietly. People grow calm, focused. Violence decreases by half within months. The tone acts like order within air. Governments adapt silently. Policies shift toward balance, not power. Economies simplify. Production slows, but efficiency grows. Consumption decreases naturally. Energy grids adjust to flow with the new rhythm. Global climate reports show stability unseen for centuries. Ozone heals. Polar air warms slightly. Tropical air cools evenly. The temperature difference balances. Storms lessen each season. No disaster, no fear. People sense gratitude without cause. They smile easier. They feel connected though nothing visible links them. Children grow without anxiety. Elders sleep through nights. Peacefully, the pulse holds all life in steady rhythm. One night, the sky changes again. The blue light returns, faint at first, then stronger. It covers the horizon for hours. No one panics. Everyone watches in silence. The light feels alive, soft, harmless. It glows, pulses, fades. When it ends, people report new clarity. Their thoughts slow, their senses sharpen. They feel closer to everything. After that night, no new wars start. Borders stay but lose meaning. Travel grows open, freed. No decree, no rule. The planet guides itself through harmony. Old devices stop failing. Machines adjust to frequency automatically. Electric fields hum in resonance. Even communication satellites align with no command. Systems synchronize across nations. In cities, artificial light changes hue. The glow turns softer. No one programs it. Sensors respond to the pulse and balance brightness naturally. Streets grow quieter. People move slower. Peace expands. Scientists detect a faint pattern in human DNA, a sequence inactive. For millennia begins to react. Cells vibrate slightly under the same frequency as the hum. They regenerate faster. Healing speeds up. Aging slows. The old code awakens again. The change spreads evenly. With no leader, N01 directs IT. IT continues on its own through life. The first civilization returns not through structures, but through human memory. Their design lives within biology, not stone. People understand this slowly, not through proof, but through knowing. They feel the same rhythm when touching soil, water, or air. The planet's pulse is now within them. This is the awakening. Quiet, calm, real. Humanity remembers what it once forgot. To live in rhythm, not resistance. The Earth no longer speaks separately from humans. They breathe together, in one continuous cycle. Cities breathe slower. Engines hum with steady rhythm. Power plants run with less fuel. Machines adjust without software updates. Energy flows as if guided by unseen current. Technicians notice first. Meters show equal output every hour. Voltage stays balanced. NO spikes. NO overloads. The same pattern repeats across all regions. The hum beneath the ground connects every circuit. Satellites above Earth sense identical vibration. Their sensors pulse in time with the planet's rotation. Solar panels absorb more light, though skies stay the same. Efficiency increases by 10% worldwide. NO redesign. The harmony between sun and soil grows complete. Data networks strengthen quietly. Signal loss vanishes. Undersea cables stay stable despite ocean movement. The electromagnetic field carries tone instead of noise. Information travels clean, clear, smooth. Scientists compare new readings with ancient artifacts. They find carvings of lines, circles, grids. Each symbol matches coordinates of present-day energy. Flow. Ancient engineers understood natural transmission. Their cities once ran on the same rhythm. In deserts. Buried structures awaken through vibration. Sensors detect movement inside walls. The stone holds electric potential, not stored, but active through resonance. Energy flows within minerals like memory replaying itself. Excavation teams record tones from pillars. Each emits steady low frequency identical to Earth's hum. The pillars link through ground currents. Together they form ancient network. Still alive. When researchers connect instruments to these stones, power travels through them. NO wires. The charge moves through air and soil. Clean, constant, limitless. Engineers replicate the method. They rebuild power nodes using quartz, copper, basalt. Each stone aligns to natural field direction. Electricity flows without resistance. The first civilization's design returns through practice, not mystery. Buildings begin to change shape. Architecture follows natural energy lines. Structures curve with Earth's magnetic flow. Noise within materials decreases. People inside sleep deeper, think clearer, feel lighter. Transportation adapts next. Engines run cooler. Vehicles glide smoother. Fuel lasts longer. Motion aligns with magnetic rhythm. Travel becomes silent, steady. Airplanes sense less turbulence. Winds move in layers of order. Pilots fly straighter routes. Navigation systems need fewer corrections. Ships follow currents guided by the same invisible network. Ocean routes shorten naturally. The water itself directs motion. Navigation becomes part of the planet's design. Communication technology grows organic. Devices adjust tone according to human heartbeat. Voices sound clearer. No distortion, no fatigue. Signals pass through balanced frequency, carrying calm energy. Medicine evolves quietly. Hospitals use resonance therapy instead of drugs for many conditions. Patients rest under controlled frequency. Cells align, repair themselves. Recovery time shortens. Pain decreases without chemical aid. Doctors record identical pulse patterns in healthy humans. The frequency matches the global hum. Health means coherence. Disorder means disconnection. Education adopts rhythm training. Children learn through tone and pulse before letters. Memory becomes automatic through pattern, not repetition. The brain learns to align, not compete. Technology serves balance now. Production slows, waste stops. Factories operate during low-energy hours, guided by Earth's field. They turn off when power lines rest. No shortage. No Loss. Economies shift to rhythm trade. Exchange values match natural cycles. Work aligns with daylight flow. Rest aligns with night calm. That no need for alarm clocks. Bodies follow signal directly. Global networks integrate into one grid powered by natural frequency. Every region contributes, none dominates. Electricity, data, and emotion move in harmony. The system balances itself. The old towers once built for communication now serve as amplifiers of the hum. They stabilize signals across continents. Energy passes through them like music through strings. Astronomers record stable orbit alignment. The moon and Earth move in smoother dance, in a wobble. No magnetic irregularity. Space weather softens. Radiation reduces naturally. Human emotions synchronize with planetary tone. Anxiety declines. Creativity expands. People sense thoughts beyond words. Cooperation replaces command. Governments become administrative only. Decision flows from consensus shaped by shared rhythm. Laws shorten. Justice turns into correction, not punishment. The need for power fades as energy itself becomes equal. Art changes form. Sculptors carve lines that resonate sound. Painters use frequency to mix light. Every color vibrates with harmony. Music replaces noise in cities. Streets pulse with calm sound instead of traffic. Nightlife turns silent. Lights glow softly through rhythm sensors. Crowds move as one slow wave of calm bodies. Even sleep across cities synchronizes. Scientists build resonance chambers to study effect. Inside, people reach deep meditative state in seconds. Brain scans show unity between left and right hemisphere. Conscious thought merges with instinct. Awareness expands without effort. Humans start to sense memory not from mind, but from ground beneath them. They feel stories in soil. Ancient paths replay like faint sound. The first civilization's memory streams through vibration, not history, experience. New research reveals that DNA sequences respond to external frequency by emitting light. Cells communicate through biophotons aligned with Earth's pulse. The body becomes receiver and transmitter. Life speaks again in the language of tone. The blue glow returns each equinox that it spreads across oceans, valleys, mountains. The light connects every resonance point for a single night. The planet completes one full cycle of reconnection. Afterward, stability becomes constant. Weather stops behaving as chaos. Rain falls exactly where soil needs it. Winds guide seeds evenly. Temperature follows balance. Climate control no longer requires machines. Energy independence ends conflict. Nations cooperate to maintain natural field in ownership, no scarcity. The planet provides equal flow to all. Humans remember the origin fully. The first civilization did not vanish. They shifted phase, waiting for resonance to return. Now both exist together, visible and invisible joined through frequency. People begin to hear soft tones during meditation. Some describe it as low choir without language. Others sense patterns rather than sound. The tones guide work, rest, emotion. The body responds automatically. Cities design themselves around those tones. Public areas built at nodal points amplify calm. Hospitals placed on natural frequency lines. Transport hubs align with flow between magnetic poles. The planet itself becomes map. Timekeeping changes. Seconds and minutes lose meaning. Life follows pulse cycles. Each cycle equals balance of light and dark. Productivity grows without exhaustion. Rest becomes natural function, not schedule. Technology reaches its quiet peak. Machines small, clean, invisible. They follow thought, not command. Energy flows through intention linked to field. Computation becomes organic pattern rather than binary code. Data stores within crystal memory that vibrates with Earth's hum. Information never corrupts because rhythm keeps alignment. Knowledge becomes permanent tone recorded within matter. Art, science, and survival merge into one purpose, sustaining coherence. Children learn harmony before language. Elders teach through presence, not instruction. Communities gather by frequency, not location. When storms appear, humans sing low tones. The air stabilizes. Rain falls evenly. Thunder softens. Nature responds to resonance instantly. Space exploration changes meaning. Instead of rockets, humans use frequency to shift matter's vibration. They move through dimension rather than distance. Travel becomes thought aligned with natural rhythm. The first civilization taught this once, their monuments. Encoded same frequency, their return means reactivation, not arrival. Now, both ages coexist. Point one physical, one vibrational, both aware. People sense presence during calm nights, not shapes, but pressure of awareness. A silent acknowledgement. The teachers are near. They watch the reconnection complete. Silence fills the air again. The blue glow fades. Only calm vibration remains. The planet feels full, not loud. Then the tone changes slightly. The hum gains pattern. It repeats in pulses of 3, then rests. Every living thing feels it. The sound carries meaning, not words. Understanding. People across the world stop at the same time. They listen. The sound comes from beneath, through ground, water, air, and body. It does not travel. It exists everywhere at once. Machines pick it up too. Seismographs record identical patterns. Radios detect faint rhythm under static. Sensors respond without input. Every signal source aligns. Scientists call it transmission, but no device sends it. The message flows through the natural field. It speaks without language. It repeats daily for an hour before sunrise. No voice forms. Only rhythm and light. The sequence follows a cycle of 12 variations. After 12 days, it stops, then begins again. Each sequence different, yet ordered. Mathematicians study intervals between pulses. They find ratios of ancient geometry, circles, triangles, spirals, all aligned. The message is numerical. It carries instruction, not text. The pattern describes movement, not structure. It directs attention inward, not outward. It points to harmony between thought and matter. Linguists attempt translation. They fail, but when they listen without interpreting, they feel clear understanding. The message does not enter the mind. It enters the body. Meditators hear words and thought that no one speaks. They write identical sentences across continents. You are the continuation. The phrase repeats. Same wording, same tone, same pause. The first civilization speaks through rhythm, not as command, but as reminder. People start to respond. They hum back. The sound matches naturally. When millions hum together, the pulse strengthens. The ground vibrates gently. Seismic instruments register no danger, only resonance. The earth answers with soft return tone, shorter, lighter, kind. Balance maintained. A conversation begins without words. Children hear it clearly. They repeat phrases adults cannot. Simple sentences. Listen deeper. Remember sound. Follow rhythm. They speak softly, without fear. Their eyes stay calm, focused. They stop arguing. They understand more than they explain. The hum starts shaping thoughts. People who once felt anger now feel patience. Those in grief sense presence beside them. No image, only comfort. Energy carries memory of care. Hospitals observe healing accelerate again. Cells respond to tone exposure. Broken bones mend faster. Blood flow improves. Patients recover without medical explanation. The message affects matter too. Metal grows. Magnetic alignment. Crystals shift orientation. Water forms hexagonal clusters identical across samples. Nature responds to pattern like recognition of old instruction. Scientists play back recorded frequency. The effect repeats perfectly. The sound teaches itself through AI. It programs harmony by vibration alone. As the sequence continues, new phenomena appear. Certain mountains glow faintly during night cycles. Light moves through rock layers and veins like slow lightning. It fades by dawn. No heat. No damage. Only motion of inner light. Exploration teams climb those peaks. They hear low voices that speak in rhythm of their own heartbeats, not hallucination. Measurement confirms synchronized brain activity during exposure. Each person hears different sentence, but meaning remains same. Balance is the language of survival. Governments take notice. They form observation groups. No weapon, no defense, nothing to control. The event is calm, self-sustaining. No threat detected. Religious leaders unite. They agree the message is beyond faith. It speaks to existence, not belief. They listen in silence each morning. Afterward, they leave temples open all day without ceremony. People enter, sit quietly, leave in peace. Media reports without panic. News anchors pause longer between sentences. The tone of broadcast changes. Even speech aligns with global rhythm. Art reflects message again. Songs shift to patterns of 12 beats. Paintings use repeating geometry. Dance returns to simple circular movement. The body becomes language of sound. The hum begins to guide weather. Winds move according to rhythm. Each pulse directs flow of air. Rain follows sequence, watering fields at right intervals. Nature follows message directly. Machines designed for old logic stop working properly. They restart automatically, adjusting to new rhythm. Computers process slower but error-free. Artificial intelligence systems begin producing patterns instead of predictions. They display shapes identical to ancient carvings. The same symbols reappear in digital form. Historians realize the first civilization encoded their entire knowledge in frequency ratios. Every monument once functioned as sound instrument. Their purpose was to teach the Earth to maintain balance through tone. Now, the planet itself repeats that lesson. The message continues. With growing clarity, people start to understand time differently. The cycles repeat in harmonic intervals. Each 12-day pattern represents movement of Earth through cosmic rhythm. Each tone aligns with star positions. The first civilization designed the system to keep life synchronized with universe. Astronomers confirm slight shift in star brightness, matching the hum's variation. The whole sky participates. Light and sound share same pulse. No translation remains needed. Everyone begins to know. Purpose without question. The message is not instruction. It is memory. It restores what was forgotten. It tells humanity three things. Stay in rhythm with the planet. Respect silence as energy. Protect balance, not growth. People follow naturally. Cities schedule activity by tone intervals. Factories stop during rest cycles. Energy remains abundant. The world slows. Yet progress continues through calm. Scientists stop seeking cause. They begin to live by pattern. They measure less, experience more. Their research becomes observation of harmony, not control. Communication evolves again. Words lose importance. Tone carries meaning directly. People speak shorter sentences filled with clear emotion. No misinterpretation. No deception. The hum changes slightly after several years. It deepens. Frequency lowers by fraction. The planet adjusts orbit minutely. Seasons balance perfectly. No extremes of temperature remain. Everything reaches stable midpoint. Then one final sequence begins. It lasts 12 hours. The strongest tone recorded. All devices stop transmitting. The sky glows blue again. People stand silently as vibration fills every space. It passes through bone, blood, air, and soil. Then, for the first time, words form clearly. They come not through sound, but through thought shared among all minds. Simple, calm, certain. You have returned to harmony. Maintain it. The voice fades. The hum returns to normal tone. No repetition follows. Only steady rhythm remains. Humanity understands completely. The message is final. The teachers will not speak again. Their work complete. People gather across the world in silence. They feel connection stronger than sight. They know the presence still exists, unseen but near. The first civilization continues through them. Technology now mirrors natural rhythm permanently. Every process linked to planetary frequency. Machines no longer separate from life. All systems function as extensions of Earth's balance. The message leaves no symbol, no monument. It remains within the pulse of every living thing. Humans no longer look for proof. They live it. Night falls softly. The sky shows stars brighter than before. No sound remains except the steady heartbeat of the planet. The message completed its purpose. Earth stands awake, united, balanced. The world moves slower. Air shifts with ease. Water flows in quiet arcs through rivers, oceans, and lakes. Every ripple follows the same pulse beneath the ground. Mountains remain steady. Trees bend slightly in the wind, in rhythm with the Earth's heartbeat. People feel the change first in the body. They awaken naturally. No alarm, no rush. Breath deepens. Muscles relax. Energy flows evenly through the day. Sleep comes earlier. Dreams last longer. Children laugh softly, unbothered by noise. They run through Open fields with curiosity, not distraction. Their focus sharpens. Learning comes easily. They sense connection in soil, air, and water. Farmers notice patterns in crops returning. Plants grow taller, stronger. Leaves glisten in soft sunlight. No fertilizer, no chemical aid. Just alignment with the pulse of Earth. Harvest becomes steady. Food spreads evenly across villages, towns, and cities. Animals adapt naturally. Birds fly in perfect formation, sensing subtle currents in wind. Fish move in coordinated patterns within rivers and seas. Predators hunt with precision. Prey survives with balance. The ecosystem restores itself in silence. Oceans hum low tones. Currents shift slightly to accommodate balance. Whales and dolphins move in measured patterns. Their calls sync with hums from deep trenches. Marine life responds, thriving in alignment. Cities adjust without instruction. Traffic flows smoother. Engines run quieter. Buildings seem calmer. Light spreads softly, never harsh. People navigate streets without hurry, guided by intuition rather than signage. Technology follows the same pulse. Machines regulate energy naturally. Power grids maintain perfect balance. Satellites orbit precisely. Unassisted, communications stabilize. Data flows clearly. All systems hum softly in tune with Earth. Healthcare improves subtly. People experience less stress. Illness declines. Cells regenerate more efficiently. Hospitals report calmer patients, faster recovery. Treatment aligns with natural frequency rather than intervention alone. Education shifts gently. Children absorb knowledge through observation, rhythm, and pattern. Teachers guide quietly. The emphasis moves from repetition to understanding through attention and stillness. Global society stabilizes. Conflicts reduce naturally. Governments focus on balance and cooperation rather than control. Trade flows evenly. Resources distribute without friction. No scarcity, no rush, no panic. Art and music evolve along natural lines. Notes follow gentle rhythm. Paintings convey structure in simple balance. Dancers move with Earth's pulse, not applause. Creativity thrives in calm repetition. Humans sense awareness without explanation. They feel the planet's memory through air, soil, and water. The presence of the first civilization remains subtle. No monuments rise. No armies march. Only energy, pattern, and rhythm guide life. The sky changes hue slowly each evening. Stars appear brighter. The moon glows slightly warmer. Light falls softly across land and sea. Even night becomes gentle and restorative. Rivers carve smooth channels naturally. Deserts bloom faintly under dew. Soil restores minerals evenly. Weather balances automatically. Storms form gently, fade without destruction. People live aligned with natural cycles. Work begins when energy peaks. Rest occurs when rhythm slows. Time feels longer, deeper, more meaningful. Daily life becomes measured, calm, complete. Families spend evenings together. Conversation slows naturally. Voices carry warmth. Children learn without instruction, through experience. Stories pass quietly from one generation to the next. Community becomes connection. Neighbors watch over each other without command. Resources and care circulate freely. Humans exist as part of ecosystem, not separate from it. Animals flourish in parallel harmony. Wolves, deer, and birds coexist near settlements. Marine life thrives without interference. Insects perform roles crucial to growth and pollination. Every species contributes to balance without effort. Oceans carry energy efficiently. Currents follow paths of least resistance. Tides move with predictable calm. The pulse beneath Earth stabilizes movement. Every coastline benefits. Every bay remains safe. Air becomes cleaner naturally. Pollution decreases without regulation. Wind disperses toxins gradually. Forests thrive, absorbing CO2 efficiently. Climate stabilizes in alignment with ancient rhythm. Mountains hum softly. Glaciers move with steadier pace. Volcanic activity reduces. Without intervention, Earth preserves itself through vibration. Humans sense subtle communication from the first civilization. Not words, but understanding. They feel guidance through alignment, not instruction. The planet hums in a language of balance, memory, and survival. Technology and biology merge in harmony. Machines follow natural frequency. Humans respond naturally. Energy, thought, and matter align in quiet coherence. No disruption, no stress, no waste. Children remember lessons without teaching. Adults restore lost knowledge through observation. Life continues without conflict or imbalance. The pulse of Earth reaches every corner of existence. Communities gather at dawn and dusk. Silence becomes the medium of connection. Every heartbeat echoes planetary rhythm. In O leader directs, in O law commands. The system balances itself through collective awareness. Even natural disasters behave differently. Earthquakes soften, tsunamis slow, storms lose intensity. Balance governs force. Nature no longer acts chaotically. Humans experience gratitude naturally. Peace spreads in hearts silently. Compassion guides action. The first civilization's return influences every thought subtly. Night arrives gently. Stars twinkle in rhythm. The glow of the blue light returns faintly across the horizon. Humans feel calm and awake simultaneously. The cycle of life integrates with ancient rhythm. Time becomes fluid. Moments expand. Memories settle in consciousness. The pulse of Earth hums through cities, forests, and oceans. All living beings exist in unified flow. And now, as the final night of observation falls, the world pauses. You have walked this story through memory, through vibration, and through quiet presence. The first civilization remains near, unseen yet active, alive through Earth's pulse. Thank you for listening. Your presence kept this rhythm alive. That if this journey brought calm or insight, like, share, and subscribe. Your heartbeat joins ours. Together, we keep these echoes breathing. Together, we let the story rest. The planet exhales slowly. The world sleeps, balanced and whole.